Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and today we are watching more Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans, where last time, I believe we actually concluded the Space Pirate arc, didn't we?
Uh, well, no. Wait, yes, that's right. They did negotiations and claimed on the
They,
ships.
they got a ship, the brother died, everyone's kind of thinking about the future.
I think they're gonna
Uh,
sell everything.
Main character finally broke his sociopathy and like did a kiss.
Oh yeah, he didn't ask for permission and went in for a kiss. Yeah, sure.
Yep.
I don't know why that breaks his sociopathy. I'm sure he's still got a gun in his pocket.
he he demonstrated some sort of human emotion there, even if the actions he did were probably wrong.
I mean, he expressed desire by taking something without asking, so I don't know.
That's more than he normally expresses, which is a complete lack of desire.
No, actually, I think you find I
I
can't
guess he does desire a lot of killing.
I can't remember how many episodes ago it was, but specifically I recall because I reacted to it, and I don't typically react to a lot. Um, they're on the bridge. Orca's sitting in the chair. The kid is saying, "Oh yeah, it was when they first meet my favorite character now. When they first meet him, and he's talking about splitting everyone up, and the kid goes, "I don't want to be split up from everybody." And Orca's like, "Fuck it, let's get into a fight." Because I specifically I remember I said, "Oh shit, your guy said something." Now everything's ruined.
Yelp.
So he
Let's
has
see.
desires. He just
Mhm.
says them in opportune moments.
Yelp. Let's see. What's on my brain? What do you remember about what's supposed to be happening this episode?
God, the whole 2 episode pirate fight where literally nothing. I mean, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get hate for it. But let's face facts, people. Nobody cares about what's his name's brother, right? I'm gonna say no one of consequence died, and everyone's gonna be like, "But his brother died, and it has long-lasting ramifications for his me." Now, shut the fuck up. No one cared about his brother. He was introduced in an episode, and he died an episode later. The guy who in episode 5 or 6 we forgot even existed.
We're bloodthirsty, clearly.
Well, it's people are saying, "Oh, what's the matter? You don't like the guts of Iron Blood Orphans?" I'm like, well, one, I haven't seen that yet, and two, by which I mean I've seen Guts. I've seen Berserk. I have not seen this guy be Guts of space.
We're waiting for the Gundam to like continually like torture him to stay awake or something, right?
Well,
That's what
no.
happens in Guts, the armor.
Well, yeah, that's later though. I mean, hell, the show didn't even cover that part. So, well,
It doesn't look like the Vela, the AE system or whatever, like hurts them or anything. Like after it's put in
yeah, because not
or in
everybody is a
use.
psychopath like the main character, who is
Yeah.
the one we often see using it. But
Hmm.
no, what I'm getting at here is that a lot of people have been like, hang on there. These characters are going to suffer, and a lot of them are going to die, and bad stuff is going to happen. So I got into that boat thinking, okay, let's watch.
Hmm.
This would be psychological as friends start losing friends, or you know, people are constantly in danger and they have to be on the edge all the time. And it's like these guys never lose a fight. Literally, the only death that's incurred so far that people are gonna say has meaning was them killing somebody on the other side.
Yep. Well, I mean, we're halfway through. I'm sure they've built up people as much as they can. We have all of our connections. I mean, now it's time to like see how like all the dominoes fall,
Oh,
right?
right. Mafia guy.
Mafia guy.
Well, you said he wasn't the mafia guy, but I'm saying he's the mafia guy. The guy from Tekiden, who's the big boss man.
Hmm.
We saw him eating a jello or a pudding of some sort, and we had a little discussion about that. But you thought he wasn't the head guy from Tekiden, and I'm saying that he is. And
Hmm.
he was saying how they're going to kill um, God, her name has 3 parts to it, and I still can't remember.
Kudelia.
Yeah, how they're gonna kill Cadelia, or how her death is going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
which is setting up that they're not on the up and up. The mafia.
Right, right. Them going, wait a second, this is going to cause a war, and then going in behind their backs and saying, well, maybe we don't want one, maybe we'll just end it now.
Well,
Who knows?
I mean, because we got a clip back of him, eating the pudding or whatever. Tapioca, I think, is what we suspected for no good reason, because, that's what we're going to spend 10 minutes talking about, whether it was
Eating the
tapioca pudding or not.
I feel that should be like a trope name or something. Like, eating the pudding is when a character is saying something off screen about other characters in a
Oh, yeah,
very
sure.
cliche way.
Like filming the rodeo, eating the pudding.
We're eating the pudding, filming the rodeo, and I guess we'll see what happens.
But yeah, that's what we had. That's what we had. We had them, the after effects of, hey, you don't have a doctor on board. No, actually, that was 2 episodes ago, wasn't it? You have no doctor on board. You're not a good leader because you're not looking out for the...
Right, the
well-being
adult
of
in
your
the
crew.
room is going, actually, you're terrible at this, Mr. Teenager.
And he didn't like her to begin with, or he did, and now he's, well, I don't know what a male Tsunade is. Tsunade. No, it's
He's
Tsunade.
got the two things going on. The first where, of course, yeah, he's suspicious inherently. He doesn't like what she's saying because it's questioning him, and he's a teenager who can't take criticism. And then third, he's also actually developing feelings at the same time.
Well, I mean,
So
he didn't
that's
want a woman on board, was his first reaction.
fun.
And then he's been, like, quiet and curt with her. But, of course, he still has her handkerchief that she gave him way back on the station when he was throwing up outside the bar. So, like you said, he's very much a male Sinatra, whatever the hell that's called. I don't know. Of course, I don't like you, Baka.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I don't know the words. My brain's just not that on today. You see.
Yeah. See, my thing is I've been turning my brain off and on all night.
Not all there. But let's see. So we've got a lot of different ideas floating around, and they're just still in space and not necessarily anywhere. They were just a bunch of asteroids. At least maybe at this episode they'll end up somewhere, and that'll be a thing.
Best guess, they're going to wind up back at Mars.
I think that's what they said they were doing.
Well, their plan was to go to Earth, but assumedly that they've headed out towards Jupiter and somehow skipped the asteroid belt the first time, and then now they passed through it this time, and they've talked a lot about their friends back on Mars having a problem.
Yeah, they want to go back, they want to deal with some stuff, and then they're going to leave again, I think.
Which is, I think, what I guessed would happen around episode 5. Like, almost 7 episodes back, when I said they're gonna leave, and they're gonna come right back, and we're never gonna see her.
Mm-hmm. Alright then. So, I guess let's watch and let's find out.
Then again...
And of course I'm wondering if maybe they'll get a third pilot.
There's no way I could after something like that.
Hashtag clone problems, am I right?
Hey, good morning.
You just walk around the ship without a shirt now?
But yeah, new opening.
New opening in 3 ships.
Enter port at door 2, along with Kudelia.
Did you say a dork too?
Door. She's still receiving instructions. Like we've guessed all along, she is the spy.
I want to know. I need to learn all I can about the people of Mars. It's important. Fumitan, please, I could really use your help. Tell me everything.
I guess her name was Futon.
They don't, like, address her by name a whole lot.
Yeah, it's just saying Fumitan, Futon.
Do you have a minute to talk?
Oh, wait, colonies.
That's right.
That's right.
We had a
Now
whole
we
conversation
remember.
about a colony drop.
Is that it? Straight ahead?
Yeah, should be.
Whoa.
We're going to the one closest to us, in the middle, right?
Yeah. Is it just me, or do they all look exactly alike? Apparently these colonies are a public enterprise run by the African Union. They all belong to the same company, called Dort.
Okay, I heard
Dort.
dork,
We're
and
heading
it
to
was
Dort
dort.
too, huh?
I was
What about
justifiably
that one?
confused.
Your hearing's just going.
That's where a lot of factory owners from Earth live in luxury inside beautiful homes.
You know who doesn't get a lot of voice
It's
lines
also
on the
where quite a
bridge?
few commercial facilities are located.
Oh, you really know your stuff, Biscuit.
Commercial facilities.
I was just about to comment like, thanks, Biscuit. You give us all good information.
I was just gonna. I forgot to bring it up in our opening.
Wait a minute.
We did get a lot of comments about who the fuck Chad is. That guy in the bottom right hand corner, by the way.
It's blue.
Yup.
A lot prettier than I thought it'd be.
I mean, he introduced himself to us and everything. It'd be a shame not to notice him every time he appears.
How can a planet
He's
Well,
on
the-
the bridge, you
Well,
know.
the thing is that people are still responding back to when we first got introduced to him in the exit credits, so
Yeah.
Once we drop off this cargo from Tewas, we'll be on our way.
we still have at least another episode to go of us saying, who the fuck is Chad?
Which reminds me, I have a small favor to ask.
Oh, they were doing a cargo mission too? I guess that makes perfect sense, honestly.
Well, remember,
why
they're
waste
se-
a good space flight?
They're selling the mechs.
Oh, yeah.
For what reason?
Dort 3?
Yes. If there are commercial facilities there, I'd like to get a little shopping done.
Young miss, I don't think that...
That's okay with you, right? I only wanted to pick up a few
Literally
things.
was just expressing that it was not okay with
It's been
me.
a long time since I've been shopping anywhere.
Well... I understand. Then I will accompany you.
What? You're shopping? I'm jealous. Why don't you join us, Atra? Can I really?
In the
go?
future, online shopping is a thing of the past.
Now you get to shop for them by going into
No
space.
problem.
Oh, Mikazuki? Why is that?
Anything could happen out there, and I'm not willing to risk it. Of course, if you're there,
Not even for
I know
Biscuit.
she'll be in good hands.
Hey, Orga,
Yeah?
you think it'd be okay if I went with them as well?
Never mind, I am risking Biscuit.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Let's buy a whole bunch of things. Okay.
Risking
let's
it for
get out of
Biscuit.
here. Sure.
I need him to show up with like the best hat ever.
I know. I should wear the clothes I bought on Saisei. That'd be nice.
They're at the Dort colonies?
Yeah. Apparently they got a call from the mustache man on watch. Now I'll finally get my chance to settle things.
The mustache man.
But, sir, are we
You're on
able to
watch.
deploy ships without receiving prior orders? We're just using them for a drill. I don't see any problem with it. Besides, we won't have any
You've been
other
wondering
missions
who's
while
been
Miguel
supplying
is
them with
on
information this
vacation.
whole time. It was me, Dio!
It's a chance to get rid-
We've been anticipating your arrival, and we're looking forward to seeing all the young heroes face to face.
Heroes.
Oh, hey, the people there actually like them.
All right then. Guide us in.
So, you're really Tekkadan.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised. You're a lot younger than I thought you'd be.
You're only kids.
What about it? Don't underestimate us just because we're young.
Please don't get the wrong idea. Can't tell you how much we were looking forward to your arrival and finally getting to meet you in person.
Wait, are you Kudelia Ina Bernstein?
Huh? No, I'm afraid I'm not. Sorry.
Fidelia's gone to a different colony for other matters. She won't be here.
Oh, really? Oh, that's too bad. I did think you looked old for a teenager.
Oh wait, these are the
You know
assassins.
about Kudelia too?
Could
Oh,
be.
yeah, of course we do. Well, I mean, after all, she is the Maiden of Revolution for the Mars movement. She's the star of hope for all us workers in the Earth sphere.
Another
Like the young
stab
band
in
of
the
knights
heart of
were
my
so
clone
brave
theory.
in protecting her on
Yeah.
her journey to Earth.
What's a band of knights?
Beats me.
Is it just me, or is this a little weird?
Thanks so much for coming. We want to welcome you all to Dort too.
Yeah, thanks for the hospitality.
With your permission, would it be all right if we begin unloading our cargo?
Sure, go right ahead.
Now listen up, guys. You understand that this is our first job as members of Tewas. So let's kick some ass.
Okay, so they didn't have other Tewas cargo too. Alright, still makes sense. It is interesting though that we're finally seeing how the rest of the universe is actually reacting to them.
Well, I mean, we got a lot of that back with the Gjallarhorn when Gjallarhorn went back to Earth.
Do you remember?
I think it was maybe 4 or 5 days ago.
Ew! To be honest, I've been kind of concerned. Inside the ship, there's a very distinct odor. Now that you mention it, it does stink. When everybody's together, sometimes I gag a little.
Did he smell that bad?
You really do. In fact, when I even go near Mr. Yukinojo, it totally makes my eyes burn.
Hygiene is very important. So let's buy detergent, cleaning tools, and clothes for everyone. How about we clean up around the ship, too?
Okay, count me in. I'd be glad to help.
Oblivious, smelly kids realize that they're smelly.
Well, when I was a little kid, it was always a dream of mine to come here.
What are you talking about?
Well, I've never told anyone
To a
this,
supermarket.
but I'm actually from these colonies originally.
Huh?
But it wasn't here. I lived in the slums of Dort 2. Mom and Dad used to break their backs in the factories day and night. Guess you could say we were kinda poor. Even in the Earth sphere, our life was the same as the people who lived down on Mars.
Sorry, Biscuit, it's a cool story and all, but how much shopping do they expect people to do at these places? You see the size of their shopping carts? It's insane.
We're made to work for next to nothing. And if we ever get injured and slow down a little, we get the boot. And we don't get any insurance.
Oh,
so we
run
can't
by
afford
Amazon, huh?
anything.
Oh gosh, yeah, you know, it's years in the future, still no insurance.
We've been enduring this injustice for decades.
Amazon shifted from delivering products to just receiving them, I guess.
Back in the CVS, doesn't it? No matter what planet you're on, it's the same.
These 4 colonies are all actually Amazon warehouses.
A ray of hope came out of the darkness and shone down upon each one of us.
Dort 3 actually is a Costco. That's why the shopping carts are so huge.
A young woman who's not only leading the Mars
I thought about that, but people live on the colony, so they don't need to buy a year's supply at once.
Because of her, we realized that if we rise up, we can change this world.
Then we were surprised to hear that the ones who were escorting her
Unionize. Got
a
it.
group of young men who were still in their teens.
So that means we're the Band of Knights, bro?
That's right. There's Miss Cordelia, the Maiden of Revolution, and Tekkadan, Fight to Protect her. You guys are a symbol of hope to all of us.
I see. Guess that explains the warm welcome. Hope, huh? I could get used to this.
In any
Why?
case, I find it more than a little strange that a new company like Tekkadan's already known all the way out.
Exactly. Why?
How'd
What
you
have you
find out
done?
about us in the first place?
You had one fight, and then a fight with pirates. And that
I mean,
was
I guess
it.
to hear news at least.
Right, but again, that would mean they might have thought the pirates were heroes because they had the same amount of fights as Tekkadan.
Got an older brother, Biscuit?
Also, why wouldn't they then think Tewas were heroes?
It's been a long time since the two of us have seen each other.
It doesn't make any
Back
sense.
when our mom and dad got into an accident and died. Cookie, Cracker, and I were adopted by our grandmother.
I love it.
And went to go live with her on
Those two...
Cookie, Cracker, and Biscuits.
I don't care about Biscuit. Cookie and Cracker, though.
He was smart and taking
We need him to come back so that they get run over by a spaceship or something.
Turning into a real weirdo here, Griff. It's the 9-year-old bride of the gal guy, Cookie and Cracker,
Now stop making
and her.
You
that's,
need to let
that's all I'm here for.
He's your
They managed to make all the children adorable and likable.
Atra.
I think she's
Which,
right.
given that the entire cast is, quote, kids.
Before we leave here, you might end up regretting it.
Like Mr. Akihiro. I'm sure he wishes he could have spent more time with his brother.
You forced it.
Please contact him. Alright?
Wait, sorry, I've done the dumb thing. Who's he
Yeah.
contacting?
His brother.
Okay, say,
Yeah, we were just talking over it.
literally could not have been his parents. So
He's got a job.
Hey, Saverin? It's me, Biscuit.
You're kidding. Is it really you, Biscuit?
Yeah, that's right. I'm working for an organization called Tekkadan now.
Tekkadan?
Yeah. And I'm actually out here on Dort 3 taking care of some business. So, if it's not too much trouble, could we maybe meet up for a little while? Saverin, you still there?
I'm sorry. I was just surprised because this is so sudden. How about this?
we met at a place
Okay, I got
not
it.
on the space station.
See you later then.
Oh, so I just have to check.
You to me?
Saverin, is that a type of food?
I don't think so.
You don't seem very happy.
Clearly, this means he's the traitor in the family.
Oh, I'm happy.
It is a type of Harry Potter professor,
Two of
though.
us live in such different worlds.
That's Severus.
I'm not
Severus.
sure how
That's
to talk to
Severus.
I'm sorry. Hope I didn't cause you any trouble.
them. No, not at all. I'm probably thinking about it too much.
Want me to come along?
Huh?
All I'm gonna say is this show better not hurt Biscuit.
If I'm there.
Well, maybe, but...
Oh man, wouldn't that be the greatest thing if they've been pulling their punches this whole time and then they go immediately for the throat of one of the you know, clear favorites.
Of course not.
One of the most sensible and likable characters, yeah.
Look, I've already lost one of mine. You're due for a comeuppance.
Our years of endurance are finally...
I lost mine episode 2. You gotta lose somebody, Griff.
Mobile worker. What's going on here?
Mobile worker, that's a
You were
tank.
transporting?
Hey, you remember the things on the on Mars were mobile workers?
Whoa! Amazing! This is even more than I expected!
Hell yeah, we're getting some Union action.
I'll check the order form.
Hey, what are you guys planning to do here?
Haven't you heard? Surely our supporter told you that we needed your help. I mean, that's why you brought us all this firepower, isn't it?
Supporter? We were only doing what we
Nobody said anything about weapons. Who've you been talking to?
I don't know the name. They just told us they were Cudelia's proxy.
What?
They said she's ready to get going and start a rebellion. Not just on Mars as we once thought.
Literally everything she stands against.
We were assured that all of the necessary arms and ammo we'd need to help see it through would be provided by her via Tekkadan.
I was waiting for that guy to point the barrel right at his own face. He seemed like
Have
that
a real
kind
Luke
of guy.
Skywalker moment.
Yeah, look down the...
Nobody move! Drop your weapons and raise both hands so we can see them!
Well, the workers' revolution didn't last long.
Combat, arms and ammo. Looks like the report was true.
Report?
And illegal transactions going on here.
Hey, wait a minute. We were only...
I don't want your excuses.
How in the hell are we gonna get out of this one?
Did you hear me? Hurry!
No doubt the whole truck full of armed men will not be able to stop the guy standing in front of them. Thank God they were wearing body armor, but
They
did
brought
nothing.
like 4 trucks, but they dropped off like 8 dudes.
Started. Why are they doing this? Damn it.
Let's go!
Where are we going?
They said why they're doing it. They're ready to start a rebellion.
Those bastards! Don't shoot! Remember what Naze told us?
Come on, Orga! We can't just sit here!
Call the cops.
What's going on?
Get the ship out, now!
What?
We're caught in the middle of a skirmish with Galahorn. Tekkadan's ship cannot be
Is
here.
that the boss?
Now
What's
move
wrong?
it!
Understood. Oh, and I have something to report.
The client for the shipment appears to be a company called GN Trading.
I don't think I've ever heard of them before. Gotta go. I'm leaving the rest up to you.
Yes, sir.
You're buying more?
Yes, but I'm almost finished. Mikazuki!
What is it?
Well,
While all of your friends are dying, do you want to go to this restaurant?
close.
Remember that whole conversation we had off stream about not having communication devices and how that could always be a thing in an RPG game?
Cudelia will become central to the rebellion
Yeah.
within the colony and be shot by a Galahorn assassin. We have already laid the groundwork. What's the matter with me? Why did I disobey my orders? Cudelia. To me, she's nothing but...
Hammerhead, please respond.
Space rat?
This is the Isaribi.
Something to breathe?
Hammerhead.
No, you know, they have words.
Rat debris.
Those Tekkadan idiots have gone and caused problems already. Can you believe it?
Pull back, men!
The unarmed, untrained dock workers are clearly superior to
This
us.
thing isn't over yet. They'll be back before you know it. And they'll bring even more troops than you can count.
I know you're right about this, but it's far too late for
Sorry,
us
as
to turn
a
back now.
fan of
We have to
actual
fight the battle
sci-fi,
and
if this
win.
is happening on Babylon 5, you know what they would do? They would just lock this place off and turn off the life support.
Look at him. What are we you gonna do now, Orga?
They literally did it.
But it better be good.
Well, next time.
Nicely done.
Oh, hey, we get another smash
Toy
job
I
scene.
can play with as often as I want.
Yeah, it's a different guy.
The moment I put on this mask, I will assume the role of a completely
You're a
different
good guy.
Oh, we have our char now, I guess.
Maybe I should change the way I talk, too.
Talk too. Oh, that's very ReZero.
Next time, on Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron-Blooded Orphans, Episode 15, Trail of Footprints.
It had to happen eventually, right?
Well,
the revolution is on, and I see what they did there.
which is what?
Gallarhorn used a proxy to go ahead and fund rebels specifically so it has an enemy to fight to drive up a conflict that it knows it can already win to get itself some more power. Though it's not false flag because it's not them doing it in proxy, they are still clearly gave up a whole bunch of weapons to start a fight to make them look like the good guys.
See, I appreciate that you've gone into this, what's the Gallarhorn angle on this. Whereas, to me, it was clearly, hey, we've just set up the main characters, was the scenario. And, you know...
you think Teiwaz did this?
Well, that's what I said in the beginning, and I still think it's true, but I mean, obviously, it's in line with Gallarhorn at the same time. I just mean that it's obvious that, hey, we set up the transaction, we've done all these things, we have a plan to assassinate Kudelia. It's all, and the last thing that we saw from the last episode was the whole Kudelia's going to die thing, as been said from the Teiwaz leader, the Mafia guy. So, I just mean, it's very obviously a setup to make Tekkadan out to be criminals. I guess more criminals than they already are.
Right, if there's a revolution happening and they're there firing shots, then it's easy for them to point and say, hey, look, Tekkadan is firing shots, let's go ahead and just arrest them now.
Well,
we have a clear reason to do something rather than the much murkier reason back on Mars.
Well, I mean, even less than that, they're seeing them as arms merchants supplying a clear underground revolt. Which is why they knew to show up at a specific time to have them present.
Exactly. And of course, the idea here is that this is also a ploy to capture Kudelia and kill her at the same time with the assassin.
Well, not capture her, obviously. They're going to assassinate her. They don't need to capture her.
Right.
Unless they're going to clone her.
Yeah, it wasn't clear exactly what the message said at first, but it was heavily implied. And then at the end, she just states it's like the assassin. It's like, okay, cool. We're now very clear on what was this supposed to happen. And of course, we were right. She was the spy all along.
Which doesn't make any sense.
I guess she just really works for her father. That's it.
Again, her father sold her. Her father didn't give a shit. And so I don't think her father has anything to do with this. And on the side, we keep seeing flashbacks of Kudelia as a child with this maid, her, the spy, raising her basically.
A long-term plant, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense. Why were you the spy from the moment she was a child? You could have killed her at any time. It's like, it doesn't make any sense.
Let's see. I do like the workers' revolution here. They just basically go straight out and say, like, hey, we don't get paid, we're all poor, we don't even have insurance, this all sucks, let's just go ahead and fight it. Yeah, and they're all just basically ready to throw down already. So, like, hell yeah, I like these guys.
I guess they're just skipping the unionizing phase. No negotiations.
By the looks of it, they already got, like, some solidarity amongst all the workers. Everyone was ready to throw down. They talked about this beforehand. They got some sort of organization. They'll probably pop up with a cool, catchy name next time.
Right. I'm just saying, we didn't see any sit-ins. We didn't see any, we're not working. We're not gonna picket line. It literally went from, this kind of sucks. I know some guys with some guns.
It is a lot of sudden escalation from the appearance of what we've been given, right? Yeah.
Well, I mean,
We don't
especially
know the history of like the things that they may have been doing.
especially if you look back at Mars, we've seen Mars people picket, we've seen them demonstrate,
Doing protests, yeah.
yeah, and then they get arrested and everything like that. But it's the typical expected reactions, right, from government to the upset civilian population. At the same time, we just met these workers. They didn't yeah, man, we're at our wits' end. We've tried everything. No, it was just like, yeah, I saw what you did, and I want to shoot people too.
Yeah, it is just a little silly, but I mean, I'm still down for them to be the good guys here.
I mean, I don't.
They clearly are not involved in the political machinations. They were clearly just used.
Right, I'm just saying that when your police is literally also the military, it's not going to be a good scene. You really should probably test out all your legal options before.
But Theta, the police have been the military the whole time.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I don't know if you're going for the real life angle, which is what I was.
That's the real life angle.
Well, it's not really, because the police are like an untrained militia at best, given that they don't have the same military training and all they do is get hand-me-down military hardware. It's not really the same as the actual military coming down on you. A martial
it's the replacement, but like the National Guard is literally the next step in the chain there.
Well, I'm saying that the police locking this down, like the police coming in there, would be different from martial law. Okay, soldiers are being deployed.
Yeah,
which is literally what's happening there.
Yeah, the people who set that up in the show clearly wanted that to happen. Like they wanted to have their military there specifically to start a shootout. So yeah, it makes sense for what they're doing and why they're doing it at the very least. But yeah, you mentioned that they're on a colony, and hey, why don't they just like close off the area and suck out the oxygen? And the answer to that is, I don't know why they wouldn't.
I'm saying anything
other than they wouldn't want to kill everyone.
No, it's the ploy you pull, as I've seen in many space station-based sci-fi live-action shows, is that we're turning off the life support. You can surrender at any point. They do it in The Expanse, they do it in Deep Space Nine, they've done it in Babylon 5. They've done it in a lot of media. It's not, we're just going to instantly kill you because you're going to run out of oxygen. It's going to be, you're going to surrender because eventually you're going to have no choice. And we're not going to let you kill us, and we're not rushing in there to kill you either.
The two parts of that I think are, one, maybe you wouldn't want to do that because there's other people there who aren't combatants, and if you threaten them with that, then you make them combatants, and that makes it worse. That would be one thing. The other thing would be, they have heavy weaponry now. They could fight to places that have oxygen.
Well, I mean, to subject
and if
one,
there's a fight going on, you can't obviously like go ahead and turn that off where your people are fighting.
Again,
so it becomes more complicated if the fight starts.
To subject one, though, it's a non-lethal measure because you're going to pass out before you die. They can turn the oxygen back on and then subdue everybody. It's not I know if you're saying
it's not a perfect measure, and it will cause people harm.
Yes, but at the same time,
and accident and deaths will happen.
You're in a not a war zone. You're in a zone of conflict, right? It's not your fault, but at the same time, what's best for the majority is best for the majority.
Yeah, I think like point of realism here. A lot of cartoons and stuff will do like, yeah, we knocked him out, and then he didn't come around for like 10 hours, and we were already gone. It's like, I think more than 10 seconds of being unconscious like that is brain damage.
Well, it's more than 10. Well, it's like a minute, I think, in actuality. Maybe. Minute of no oxygen to the brain. But like I say, if you turn when you turn the life support off, that sort of thing, it's like being in a room that's enclosed perfectly. So you're raising carbon dioxide levels as oxygen levels decrease. So you'll pass out to basically carbon dioxide poisoning, which is
fatal.
Yeah, it is fatal over time. You're still getting some oxygen to the brain. You're being deprived, but it's also going to weaken you. You're not going to be in a state to resist.
It's not a perfect measure, is all I'm gonna say.
Well, it's also better than rushing into a room full of people with guns and risking direct lives.
Right. Still, hey, the revolution is on, and
I mean, before it comes up, somebody will also say, yeah, they could just also open the doors to space and just suck them all out. Yeah, that's true, but I'm going with the let's not kill everybody from an instant perspective.
Right, yeah, no, if you're going to be a brutal psychopathic dictator of a space station, yeah, go ahead and vent them, because you clearly don't care about human lives or even the integrity of your station.
Well, I think the problem is that, as you pointed out, they have heavy weapons, so they're also a threat to the integrity of the station. Because what happens if they do irreparable damage? I mean, as we all know, don't fire guns in space. A single bullet is going to really ruin things for the rest of your lives.
So right now, though, so the revolution is on, but some of the cast is actually on the other station right now, and I'm wondering how that's going to go, because clearly it will be very hard for them to, like, push into a war zone.
I don't think the revolution is on. The revolution was a setup.
There's clearly going to be a lot of fighting next time.
We've given 20, maybe 30 guys who are untrained and who just have the gun-ho spirit, a bunch of weapons that they have no idea how to use, and there are 5 Tekkadan guys in the room. So, I mean, on one hand, I want to say, oh yeah, all these untrained guys are just going to get steamrolled. At the same time, we already know the Tekkadan guys are shining knights in armor with plot armor to spare, so we know they're instantly going to be victorious and never captured or in any way harmed. As one of my favorite commenters on YouTube always says, oh, it's really easy, barely an inconvenience.
Barely an inconvenience.
Ryan George, check him out.
Alright. But I guess for now, we'll see how much of an inconvenience this is to our main characters, and we'll catch you next time. I'm Griffin, this is Theta, and this has been Stoneface Reactions. See you, everybody. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?